for any bullies in the city of Carson, we're coming after you. We want to make sure that our children and adults live in a community that is bully-free. And let me just go to far as to say this, that the first incident that takes place, it will be a fine. You will be fined. Then if it happens again, you will have fine as well as counseling. Because bullies need to be counseled. Do you agree with that? The third offense is counseling, a fine, and also a misdemeanor, and can be a condition of probation. So not only the young people who will leave school after the school policy stops, walking in the city of Carson home, and maybe encountering a bully, you will always be protected by this ordinance in the city of Carson. How many of you know that small bullies grow up to be big bullies? And big bullies sometimes marry and become abusive and bullies to their wives, to their husbands, vice versa. So this ordinance will also cover them as well, because we want to make sure that people who live in the city of Carson can live in the city of Carson without being intimidated, without being bullied, without being threatened, without being harassed, without being intimidated. We want to make sure that we live in a bully-free community in the city of Carson. Not only that, we're going to take this show on the road. We're going to ask other cities that surround the city of Carson to adopt the same ordinance. So Carson, we're going to ask you to do the same exact thing. Please give a warm welcome to Mayor Jim Davis, Mayor of the city of Carson.
Thank you, Councilman Gipson. Thank you very much. You know, we're here today because we care about others, and the city of Carson is the most ethnically diverse city. We're also diverse in many other ways, as far as income, as far as religion, as far as places where we were born and raised, a lot of differences. Well, you know, bullies like to take advantage of differences, but of all the cities in California, we're the most diverse. So it makes sense for our city to be the first city to have an anti-bullying ordinance in effect. As Councilman Gipson has outlined, the ordinance will have teeth in it. We're not just putting up some signs, we're not just saying it, we're actually going to enforce the law against bullying, because bullying is illegal. It will be illegal in Carson, and we're going to make sure that people who think that bullying is somehow acceptable or cool or somehow to some advantage to that person, we're going to take that advantage away from them. We, as Councilman Gipson outlined, are going to bring it forward to every city in California and every city in the country, because bullying is a national epidemic. This issue of bullying has been in the newspaper, but you know, who's done something about it? Councilor Mike Gipson's done something about it, along with myself working with him and the other city council members and the staff and the Human Relations Commission. So working with law enforcement, working with the educational community. Councilman Gipson worked for the teachers' organizations, so he's been on staff many years. He knows a lot about education. I'm a public school teacher by trade myself, and so we know that in school this happens, but it also happens in the park, it happens in the neighborhood, it happens in the home. So the reason that we're doing this is multifold. The reason we're doing this is we want to save people from abuse. We want to save people from being taken advantage of. And therefore, we want to save our society. So you being here today, we thank you for being here. We really are impressed that you took a Saturday morning to be here at this program. We know that you care. And we know there's thousands, if not millions, of other people in the United States that also care. They just need to get the message. And today starts that message rolling across the country. Here in Carson, California is where it's beginning. Already we're contacting other cities. We have other council members, other elected officials interested in our ordinance. A lot of work went into putting this ordinance together, so it's crafted well. It's a good ordinance. It's a model ordinance for other cities across the region and across the United States of America. So here's where it begins. Bullying bullies, your day has come to an end. Thank you. I also, again, want to praise Councilman Mike Gipson for taking the leadership on this. We worked together, but quite frankly, he gets more credit. He did more of the work. And of course, the Human Relations Commission did a lot of the work as well. Bringing it all together today. Today is the start of the end of bullying in America. Thank you. God bless you, and carry on with your good work. Thank you, Council.
Thank you very much. I'm just going to repeat myself. The city of Carson today will, on Tuesday, introduce the first ordinance of its kind in the state of California, where we will become the first city in the state of California to be a bully-free city. The first infraction will take place where you will be cited and it will be a fine. The second offense, not only will you be cited and fined, but also you will have counseling as part of it. The third will go to a misdemeanor, counseling, as part of condition of probation. Again, the city of Carson will be the first city in the state of California out of 400 cities to declare that we will be a bully-free city, making sure that it's a safe community of the city of Carson. And so with that, I want to also bring up two individuals. I met this young lady who has certainly touched my heart with her story. She's a young lady that no person in the state of California should endure what she endured in school. And I want to introduce, and please help me welcome, Jade, as she comes up and talk about her story. Let's give Jade a round of applause.
Sorry. How are you guys? Thank you guys so much for letting me speak here today, and thank you, Councilman Gipson, for letting me do this, and thank you, Debra, for also contributing to this. It means a lot. Coming from someone who spent more than half of my life being bullied, the fact that someone's taking a stand against it means a lot, because, well, I have a speech today that I'll share it to you, so here it goes. Okay, well, I've been bullied since I was in 2nd grade, and I was the fat and ugly kid that no one liked, and I went through it every single day. I had no friends. I ate lunch in the bathroom because no one wanted to sit with me because I was the weird kid that no one liked. So growing up from that, you'd think that someone who's 8 years old and doesn't know right from wrong that much, I shouldn't believe it, but I did, because when you're told something every single day, again and again and again, you start to believe it. So I went through my life thinking I was worthless and I didn't mean anything. And in 6th grade, I started self-harming because of it, because I felt like I did not mean anything. So basically all that I was meant nothing. In 7th grade, I tried taking my life because someone came up to me and said, "No one likes you, go kill yourself." So that day that I was going to, I realized I am nothing. I mean nothing. So if I was gone, nobody would miss me. So I had a note and I had pills ready to leave. And that day someone realized that I was different than the way that I am. And then they saved me, basically, because they told my mom that I was going to take my life. And if that person didn't step up, if that person didn't speak up, I wouldn't be here standing in front of you right now. So now I have an anti-bullying organization, and I travel to different schools talking about how wrong it is to be bullied, because bullying is not a part of growing up. Nobody wants to grow up like that. And it shouldn't be passed off like that. Thank you. And it's not okay. If you're seeing someone getting bullied, you can't just sit there and do nothing, because one person is all you need to save yourself. One person that cares about you. And that's what I had. I had one person, and that's why I'm still here today.
Yes.
Thank you. So today, I would like to thank Councilman Gipson and Mayor Jim Deere, because they're giving us strength right now when we feel like we have nothing to stand on. They're restoring our hope when it felt like there was nothing to hope for. And they're being the voice for people that have been silenced, for kids that have been silenced. So thank you very much.
Let me just say that you are a hero. You are a hero. Stepping up and saying enough is enough. She said that she has taken this show on the road to making sure that other young people never endure the same thing that she has endured. Not another life. Not another young person feeling like they're nothing. Not another young person who feel that life is not worth living. Not another mother crying a tear because her son or daughter committed suicide because some teacher or somebody didn't hear that they were being bullied. Not another mortuary receiving a young person at their funeral home because they threw in the towel. Not another child, not another family. It is our responsibility to make sure that the bullies get help, that the school districts get trained and by trained professionals to seek out and see these signs, making sure that we have communities like Carson will be to say no more, no more, no more. I am so appreciative to Kevin's cause, to Wanda, to Debra, to everyone who's putting on this symposium. I think it's very befitting that we have this press conference with the Human Relations Commission and also our Mayor Jim Deere to standing with us to say what we're going to do in the city of Carson. But it cannot end to this. It cannot end today. It cannot end today. We will invite each and every one of you, if you know someone who's been bullied, you know a family that is suffering, I'm asking you to please join us this Tuesday night at 6 o'clock as we stand together and introduce this ordinance to tell the world, to tell my colleagues that Carson will be the first city in the state of California who will draw a line in the sand to say no more bullying in the city of Carson. So please come join us this coming Tuesday at 6 o'clock at Carson City Hall, 701 East Carson Street. Our Mayor Jim Deere will be with us. He will be leading the charge, and he will bring the gavel and call for a vote. And we know that the vote will be a unanimous vote come Tuesday to say, bullies beware, get out of the city of Carson. So to our Human Relations Commission, we have our chairperson here. Would you like to say a few words? Oh, okay, she has a quorum, she can't say anything by law. So again, thank you very much. We invite you, and we invite other parents to be part of this this coming Tuesday at 6 o'clock. And to the mothers and the fathers out there, we're praying for each and every one of you. We're praying for each and every one of you. Thank you very much. God bless you. This mother who stands with us today, her son was bullied. And on November the 7th, before they were getting ready to go to a parents' conference at school, her son went to the bathroom and took his own life. This mother, first of all, needs all of our prayers. And I wanted Wanda to be with her, to stand with her, because Wanda knows exactly what she's going through. She knows exactly what she's going through right now, and she needs us to put our arms around her. And when I talked about the pain and suffering, she's going through it right now, just as it happened just yesterday. So I would just ask you to give her your undivided attention and let her tell her story in her own way. Her daughter and her family is standing, her husband is with her, and also the son is here somewhere, the little son. And so we're going to turn it over to the mother and have her say a few words.
Okay, I don't speak English very well, but I want to try. November 7th, we need to we need to back to the school for the grades for my kids. He was a great kid. He going to be 16 years old in January. And we're going to need to back to school to the grades. The appointment was at 2 p.m. and it was 1:45, and he said, "Okay, ma'am, wait for me, and I need to go to the bathroom." Say, "Okay." I went to the car. I waited for him, and he never showed up. I tried to go to the bathroom, but he locked the door.
Sí lo puede hacer. Usted puede, usted lo puede hacer, usted lo puede hacer. Usted tiene que pelear por su hijo. Es su hijo, usted pelee por él. Yes. They fight for your child. You fight for your child.
At the school, I went to the school at that time to talk to the principal.
Nadie más. Usted habla español.
Okay. Yo he ido muchas veces a la escuela
She went to the school many times.
y ellos dicen que ahí jamás tuvo problemas.
They-
Pero yo estoy segura que ahí fue.
She continuously went to the school to tell them about the bullying. They stated that there was no problem, that there was no issue.
Pero es que el bullying es callado.
Bullying is silent.
Yo iba y le preguntaba cómo limpia la escuela, si había tenido algún problema y él no quiso nunca decir nada.
She would continuously ask her son, you know, are there problems at school? What's going on? And that he would deny that there was a problem, that everything was fine, that everything was normal.
El superintendente fue a mi casa como a la semana más o menos, ofreciendo ayuda, que según iba a investigar, pero hasta hoy día no nos ha dicho nada.
The superintendent stated that he was going to come to their home and help them to try to see what was happening. And until today, she's never seen the superintendent.
Ya han pasado el día 7 se cumplen 6 meses y no es muy fuerte.
On the 7th, it'll be 6 months since her son has passed. And till this day, she feels like if it was happening all over again.
Para toda la familia ha sido muy duro.
For the whole family, it's been very difficult.
Era un excelente niño, nunca había. Yo lo llevaba a la escuela y yo lo recogía, él nunca se iba fuera de mi casa, él no salía.
He was an excellent child. He wasn't a problematic child. He never wandered. He always stayed at home. He always listened. He was just a very good kid.
Las salidas que tenía era solamente con su hermana, al cine, al mall.
The only outings that he ever had were going out with his sister to the movies, just normal teenage things.
Él andaba en drogas,
He
vivía con sus trabajos.
he wasn't a drug addict. He wasn't into gangs, or he was just always a very good student.
Trabajando.
It was the Compton School District.
¿Usted qué quiere que haga la gente?
Que sea una investigación de por qué permitió eso a la escuela de que se hiciera.
What she is asking for is that she wants an investigation as to why this has to happen. She wants to know why they never did anything.
Ya, porque desde siguieron molestándolo en la middle school y después en la high school.
He had a problem since he was in middle school, and the problem continued until he was in high school. And what she is saying is it should have been dealt with in middle school, so that way he would still be here. And it was the adults in the situation that should have helped her son, ultimately, and he would still be here.
Porque él habló con uno de sus amigos, que tengo entendido que habló con uno de sus compañeros y dijo que ya estaba cansado. Sí.
I'm sorry. That her child told friends about the bullying, and that he stated that he was tired, that he couldn't take it anymore, that he couldn't live like that anymore, and that he ultimately took his life because of it, because he just grew tired of being bullied.
This is why the city of Carson will have this ordinance, to making sure that young people like her son doesn't have to go through what this family is going through.
Eliminating bullying in American society. We want to eliminate that, let bullies know that their behavior is not acceptable on any level whatsoever. No harassing or raising of people. There's no type of acceptable behavior, whether it's a fraternity or a sorority, whether it's a club or an organization, whether it's a sports team or just a group of people, whether it's a gang mentality, any of that. It's all out the window. No longer are we going to allow that in Carson, and therefore